Behavioral Journal, where we give you a quick look at what's happening in our city. I'm Lindsay Paris. Later in the program, we hear from Merrimack Valley leaders at the Mayors and Managers Forum and heed the call for America's 250th birthday events happening around town. But first, a nostalgic bit of 20th century Haverhill history is tucked away in the home of legendary Haverhill influencer Elaine Barker. Before Elaine was running Paper Potpourri, her invitation business, and volunteering with All Saints Church, the Exchange Clubs, and many other groups, she and her pharmacist husband Joe operated Roche Pharmacy on Main Street. After the pharmacy's closure, Elaine created her own museum to give the pharmacy's fascinating artifacts and fixtures a home. Elaine loves welcoming visitors to the Roach Pharmacy Museum, so naturally, I had to stop in for a tour.
Hello, everybody. I was just making a call. Oh, excuse me a minute. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hello to all of you out there. You've got to come and see this wonderful place. Roche Pharmacy. Excuse me, I'm still talking to someone. Roche Pharmacy opened as a drugstore at 284 Main Street in Monument Square in 1931 by Faber Roche. When Mr. Roche passed away, his wife sold it to my father-in-law, Harry Barker, and then my father-in-law sold it to my husband, who was the third generation of pharmacy. Right now, Roach Pharmacy is in the basement of my home. And I'm very, very excited to give you a tour. This is a picture of Roach Pharmacy, the interior of Roach Pharmacy. Most of these fixtures that you see in this picture are located right here. You can see in the picture here, these little drawers. Would you believe that this is the piece of furniture that is actually shown in this picture?
Elaine, this is where all the ice cream magic happened, I hear. And a lot of people probably don't realize that pharmacies used to have ice cream counters.
Correct. Many times people would just come in to sit at the soda fountain. You know what, it was a great opportunity for kids especially to come in. And my husband, who was a pharmacist, sometimes, instead of being out back, he was out front having a good time, listening to the problems of people.
How nice.
I'll never forget that. You know, he was known for that. And to this day, I can go to a wake and I can see young kids, well, they're not young anymore, they're in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. I'll never forget Joe. He was so kind to us. He would always listen to us. And if we didn't have the money to pay, he'd write it down.
So it was like a real hangout for
teenagers
to go after school.
Just like an old country store.
And we were talking before because you were saying that you and your husband knew all of your customers. You knew everyone who came into the store.
Oh, definitely, yes.
So if I came into the soda counter after school, what could I get for myself?
Oh, you could get a sundae, you could get a frap, or just a glass of Coca-Cola, or maybe even some Moxie.
Look at that, that's the original Moxie.
Or even Canada Dry, orange soda, and soda still in the bottle.
Can I see it for a second? We're going to bring this to the camera. Look at that. Has the original label, and it's this cool glass bottle with the bottle cap.
Yep.
Never opened. Look
Right.
at that, 5 for $1. Such a deal.
Or they would, Joe would make them a frap. Here's the old frap machine here. And I can remember, I think fraps were 25 cents. Oh, and were they good. Joe used to make the best fraps. As I said, kids would come in after school. After they graduated from the high school and went off to college, they then came back with all their college decals. And Joe graciously put them on the mirror. I'd love to be able to get some of them in here just to talk about their decals. Now, every Sunday morning, people would come in to have their Alka-Seltzer because they had been out partying the night before and they needed to get themselves back home again. So I can remember my husband saying, I've got to get up to that drugstore early on Sunday morning to take care of our friends that need their Alka-Seltzer. the cash register. This still works. 58 cents. Oh, sorry, no sale. Maybe the next time. I thought it was very important to focus on the two women that helped their husbands during the Roach Pharmacy years. My father-in-law, when he ran the store, had wonderful help from his wife, Eleanor, who took care of the books, and she was just such an inspiration. And then myself, I helped my husband a lot, both in the front store, back store. I went out delivering. Snowstorms went everywhere. Dark alleyways.
Behind every good man, there's a good woman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I had so much fun, I really did. My mother-in-law's wedding gown is from approximately 1929, 1930. Mine goes back to 1958. It was a Priscilla of Boston gown, paid $150 for it, all organdy and satin. People are probably wondering how I got all this stuff in my home. Well, when we closed the drugstore in 1983, I just did not want to see it go to waste. And I had the opportunity to know someone that had a barn, a Monsignor priest that had a barn up in Plastow. And he graciously told us that if I could get a group together, we would be able to store things in his barn. So my son, Peter, had friends, trucks, and one Sunday afternoon, we just took everything. And I had a business myself, Paper Potpourri, that I was running from my home, and I thought this would be beautiful in my basement. So I went up to Plastow, I measured all the different pieces, came down to my basement, measured all the walls and the heights and so forth and so on, and then Bresnahan the mover moved everything in, and everything just kind of fell into place. I would love to have as many people as possible come to visit this old Haverhill Roach Pharmacy. I've had so many people come and they've given me wonderful feedback with their comments. I give everybody a card that says, please give me any of your thoughts. What impressed you about what you saw? Is the exhibit worth keeping? Any ideas about where the exhibit should be located? Why is it important to keep it in Haverhill? Any of you that want to come along and have a tour of Roach Pharmacy and see all these interesting and exciting artifacts, just give me a call. 978-387-5742. I'd love to have you come in, but one thing you have got to do when you come, you got to give me your comments too and your thoughts about what you think. Okay, so long. God bless.
Elaine encourages any interested folks to reach out and make an appointment to visit the Roche Pharmacy Museum, give their feedback, and contribute their ideas on how to preserve this evocative collection for the future. To schedule a visit, you can reach her by phone at 978-387-5742 or email her at paperpot@aol.com. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce recently hosted their annual Mayors and Managers Forum, where 7 local city leaders, including Haverhill Mayor Melinda Barrett and Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, spoke of the successes and challenges facing their municipalities in 2026.
Every year, the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce loves to start the year with this great program. It brings business and government together. All of the mayors, all of the town managers throughout our Merrimack Valley come in one location to meet with our members, talk about the updates for the upcoming years. The Lieutenant Governor was also part of the program again this year. So fortunate to have her. It's great to bring everyone together, to hear from their leaders, meet their leaders, and hear about the upcoming plans for the new year.
Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll took to the podium to express her appreciation for the event.
I really believe the work that we're doing in the state foundationally happens at the local government level, so we want to have a strong partnership. And this has been an annual event at the Maine. I really appreciated being able to come into this region again, hear from some of our local officials, understand the vibrancy that's here, and also make sure we're aware of the needs that are happening. I think the Chamber does an excellent job, not only of bringing people together, but being that pipeline of information. It's just a terrific relationship that we formed. I'm grateful to be here.
Haverhill's own Melinda Barrett was also on hand to speak to the important issues the city has faced over the past year.
My family ran a small business in downtown Haverhill for over 100 years, so I can say with conviction that we have a great community to do business in. And as a lifelong resident, I can also say Haverhill is a great place to live, to go to school, to raise a family, and explore. We have so much to offer, and in this new year, I am looking forward to continuing to champion Haverhill and make it even better. Thank you. I mean, this is a good opportunity to hear what other folks are doing. We all have very similar issues and problems, and our constituency face a lot of the same issues. It's a good opportunity to get yourself out there into a little different environment. You know, as mayor, you kind of get stuck in the office at times, and it's good to be able to see the outside world a little bit.
I'm very lucky. I have two communities that I'm doing in Haverhill. We have great mayors and Mayor Barrett and Mayor Beauregard. Just hearing their ideas and you know, fostering that conversation on how we can all work together. You know, I'm a firm believer that the best results for communities happen when state, federal, and municipal, you know, government officials are all on the same page, going in the same direction. We've seen it in Haverhill when it was Mayor Ferrantini, you know, Rep Dempsey, Rep Songas, Senator Verdor, and now, you know, we're seeing it in Haverhill again with myself, Rick Vargas, Senator Mayano, and Senator Feingold and Mayor Barrett. So that's, you know, that's why I'm here to support, you know, my mayors and make sure that they know that, you know, they have the state legislature and support as well.
You know, the goal is to bring business and government together before problems develop, so we can work problems out together, and that's what this program does. And how many times do you see mayors and town managers from other cities and towns working together, which is great, and people really love it, and they learn from it. It's educational, it helps them, it gives them contacts, and the goal is to help things get better here in the building.
You can watch the full recording of the Mayors and Managers Forum at HC Media's website, and it will air on channel 1072 this Saturday at 5 p.m. with replays throughout the months of February and March. It's America's 250th birthday this year, and Haverhill is planning a fun roster of events to celebrate. Community groups are invited to get involved in this year-round celebration, whether you represent an historic property, nonprofit, service club, youth group, or school organization. You're encouraged to submit your events for consideration in the official 250th anniversary calendar. This is a wonderful opportunity to share stories and create programming that celebrates Haverhill's role in American history. Add your planned events to the 250th calendar or share your programming ideas by contacting the city's downtown events coordinator, Haley Pearson, at hpearson@haverhillma.gov. Possible Dreams, Team Haverhill's annual community visioning event, returns on Monday, March 9th at Northern Essex Community College's Tech Center. This is an exciting group conversation that celebrates Haverhill's progress, elicits community aspirations, and fosters new connections. This unique meeting has seen the launch of many new projects that have become realities over the years here in the city. Possible Dreams is free to attend, but registration is requested. Visit teamhaverhill.org or the Team Haverhill Facebook page to register. If you have a story or event you'd like to see featured on the Haverhill Journal, call us at 978-372-8070 or email info@haverhillcommunitytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook or at our HC Media YouTube channel. And that's what's happening in Haverhill this month. I'm Lindsay Paris, and we'll see you next time with more of Haverhill's best stories. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.